Hey everyone. Sometimes the most amazing stories are about courage and leadership, and how even the quietest people can end up making the biggest difference. Let's get right into one of those stories. Our story kicks off with a really simple but powerful idea. It's this reminder that, hey, it doesn't matter how big you are, how old you are, or where you're from, none of that actually defines what you're capable of. Because what really matters is the size of your heart, right? And the strength of your dreams. And we're about to talk about a young girl who proved that in a huge way. Okay, so let's jump back in time. We're heading to India in the early 20th century, and we're visiting a home that was, well, let's just say it wasn't your typical home. Forget fairy tales. This place was all about the future of an entire nation. This is where we meet a quiet, curious girl named Indira Gandhi. And believe me, her childhood was anything but ordinary. Her house was basically a command center, buzzing with activity, filled with leaders and brilliant thinkers, all pushing for one single massive goal.
So who were these people? They were freedom fighters, and we're talking about major figures here. Her own dad, Jawaharlal Nehru, who would go on to become India's very first prime minister, was right at the center of it all. So you can imagine, the chatter around the dinner table for little Indira wasn't about toys or games. It was about how to build a free country.
Now, being the kid of a freedom fighter, well, that came with a lot of challenges. Her dad was gone a lot, sometimes even locked up in jail for what he believed in. And of course, she missed him like crazy. But what's really interesting is that this didn't make her feel small or powerless. Actually, it did the exact opposite. It lit a fire in her.
So in the middle of all that loneliness, she made a promise to herself, a really important one. She decided, nope, I'm not just going to sit around and wait. She was going to figure out her own way to be brave. And this right here, this is the moment that quiet little girl starts to become a leader. She takes that promise she made to herself and turns it into something, well, something pretty clever and totally inspiring for a kid.
It all started when she asked herself a simple question, but it was a question most adults probably never even thought to ask. And that question, it was the seed for a truly brilliant idea. She came up with the Monkey Army. And no, not with actual monkeys, that would be a different story. It was this awesome group of brave kids that she organized herself. They basically became a secret network, sneaking around delivering messages, quietly helping people out, and doing their part for India's freedom movement. And who was leading them? Indira, calm and fearless.
So as Indira got older, that same spirit, that need to take action and have a purpose, it didn't fade away. In fact, it just got stronger. It was shaping her into the person she was always meant to be. Her whole world just opened up. She basically became a student of the world, She was reading everything, traveling to new places, meeting all sorts of people. And every single experience, every conversation, it just added another piece to the puzzle of understanding her country and what it really needed. And through all of that, all the learning and exploring, one dream just stayed right there, smack in the center of her heart. This wasn't just some passing idea. Nope, this was it. This was the mission that was going to steer the entire rest of her life. In that dedication, well, it led her straight to the biggest role of her life. A job that would take that promise she made as a little girl, the promise to be brave, and test it in ways she probably could never have even imagined. And then it happened. That quiet girl, the one who organized a secret army of kids, grew up to lead an entire nation. She became the Prime Minister of India. I mean, we're talking about one of the most powerful and important jobs on the entire planet. But of course, it wasn't a straight, easy path. There were huge obstacles. A lot of people were genuinely surprised, even skeptical. You could almost hear them whispering, can she really do it? They looked at her and seriously wondered if she had what it took for such a massive job.
How did she respond? Not with a big speech, with action. She just went to work and proved all the doubters wrong. She had this quiet strength, but also this fierce determination. And it earned her this incredible nickname, the Lion-Hearted Leader.
And the challenges she faced were just monumental. Think about it, border disputes, conflicts within the country, incredible economic pressure. The days were grueling, the decisions were tough, and a lot of people disagreed with her, loudly. But she tapped into that same resilience she had as a kid, right? The leader of the monkey army, and she just would not quit. So, when you look at this incredible life, what's the big takeaway for us? Because her story isn't just some dusty piece of history, it's packed with lessons that are just as relevant for all of us right here, right now. Her journey really hammers home that your impact has nothing to do with your size. It's all about your actions. It's about finding the courage to step up and help people. It's about having the guts to stand up for what you know is right. And it's about having the vision to dream big for a better world. And just remember this: every great journey, every bold move, every single world-changing idea, they all start in the exact same place, with one brave heart. Which really leaves us with one last thought, doesn't it? That same courage, that same potential that was inside that quiet girl in India, it's inside all of us too. So the only real question is, what big things are you going to do?